We worked around the clock, 16, 18-hour days, nonstop, until we could get some closure in this case.
As long as we are customers, it will always be a business.
Looks like our folks are zooming in there on the podium as the Orange County, Florida Sheriff is giving this live, raw, and unfiltered update after a woman was found in a storage unit. Let's pop up that audio and listen in.
All right, well, good morning. So this is not the update that we wanted to be giving you all today. As you know, unfortunately, we have found Shakira Rucker deceased yesterday. And so we just want to extend our deepest condolences to Shakira's family. My heart breaks. I can't imagine the pain and suffering that they have been enduring this past week. So last night our detectives did notify Shakira's family and that we had found her, and now they can start the painful process of grieving her loss. So you guys have all been covering this story for a week. There's been a lot of twists and turns. I've covered lots of different jurisdictions, including Lake County, Seminole County, Orange County, Polk County, all assisting the Winter Springs Police Department in the search for Shakira. So we were all hoping for a different outcome. So on Saturday, yesterday, November 18th, the Orange County Sheriff's Office was assisting the Winter Springs Police Department in searching an area near Bob White Airfield in Mount Dora. That search concluded around 3 p.m. and shortly before 5 p.m. We received a 911 call from a storage unit facility on 2400 Wiggins Road in Apopka about a smell emanating from one of the storage units. Our Orange County deputies responded. They were able to make entry into the storage unit, and they found a woman believed to be Shakira Rucker, deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. So this now becomes an Orange County homicide investigation and case. So as you all know, Shakira's estranged husband, Corey Hill, is the prime suspect in her disappearance, and obviously now in this murder. He is already in the Orange County Jail.
Another beautiful young lady gone far too soon. Another beautiful young lady gone far too soon. I can't think of anything that will make someone shoot a woman and kill her and then try to dump her body. Here's my thing, man. If y'all suckers are so bold enough to commit the crimes, then how about you stand on that? Why are you going to try to hide the body and try to get away with because people watch too many movies, man. They do. They're so demonic, but not demonic enough to stand on business and go to jail and be held accountable for what you're doing. You just have to cover it up in some type of way. I don't know if this young lady has children, but at this point, it don't even matter. I'm sure she has family members that love her, co-workers that love her, church members that love her, like people that she frequent their establishments, their business establishments, and they probably know her by face or name. And that's completely 100% effed up, man. This is why I believe it's so important that although we do these conversations that break your heart, I'm sure when you saw this, you did not have any bubbly feelings like, oh, wow, this is going to be such a great story. No, what this is another reason why it should tell us why we need to stop fighting so damn much and figure out how to communicate so that we can help people get away from this mindset, this sense of entitlement that they can take somebody's life for whatever reasons they want to take their lives for. That's definitely a demonic, entitled spirit that they're walking around with. And the only way we can fix that is through communication, man. Because obviously, no communication was, could you imagine having proper dialogue with somebody, proper discourse with someone about whatever the case may have been, and it ending this way? Nah, man, ain't no way in the world. And it's a woman, bro. And if the man, her husband, was the one that did it, come on, man. This definitely breaks my heart.
And charged with 4 counts of attempted homicide for shooting at his girlfriend and family back on November 12th. And he is under a no bond status. And I say all that to say that we have plenty of time to continue collecting evidence and testing to build our case, so to charge Corey Hill with Shakira's murder. So I'm saying that he is the suspect. We're not looking for anyone else. He will be charged with the murder eventually in this case. And so this time I'm going to turn it over to Chief Tract from Winter Springs Police Department, who'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate the support we've had from the media. I'm Matthew Tract. I'm the chief here at Winter Springs Police Department. I want to echo some of the sheriff's comments that our thoughts and prayers go out to Shakira's family. It's been a very exhausting week for them, an exhausting week for Central Florida law enforcement. I want you guys to have an understanding of the scope of how large this investigation was. As the sheriff indicated, it expanded to 4 counties: Seminole County, Lake County, Polk County, and obviously Orange County. Additionally, Mount Dora Police Department supported us, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and the FBI. I can't thank them enough. These are partner agencies to come to an outcome. It's not the outcome we expected, but there's a little bit of closure for Shakira's family. It just goes to show the testament of the partnerships Central Florida law enforcement have in our community. A week ago today, essentially, Shakira was reported missing. We know from evidence that she left with Mr. Hill and went down to Polk County, to the Davenport area. Through the investigation, we were able to track some leads, and those leads brought us to Lake County, and those leads brought us back to Orange County. And obviously you're aware of the outcome here in Orange County. Like I said, it's not what we were expected. We do grieve with Shakira's family.
Ladies, start looking for the signs when you date these guys, man. I'm not saying that she didn't look for the signs. What I'm saying is we need to try our best to do a better job at interviewing people who could potentially play major roles in our lives. We should trust you. You should be at a standard. You should make people reach a standard in order to be in your space. It's not about arrogance. It's not about conceit. It's not about feeling like you're better than or any of that. It's simply protecting you and your family. All right. You need to make sure the same way people treat you when you want a job, the same way people treat you when you want a position, or you want to get a raise, or you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. We need to be that strict when it comes to picking out people to be in our lives. I don't know the relationship between her and her husband at all. I'm not even going to speculate. But it sounds to me like this dude was definitely screwed up in the head. He was arrested before for shooting at his girlfriend and their parent. Was she the girlfriend that he was shooting at? Come on now. This is crazy. Why was he even still out in the streets, for one? But ladies, I do realize that Charleston White was just now talking, and I'm not even a really big fan of Charleston White, but Charleston White was saying that, and RIP to this beautiful young lady, and my prayers are with her and her family, her friends, everyone that had her best interest at heart and wanted to see her do well. But Charleston White was just now saying that black women are the biggest reason for homosexuality, the uptick in homosexuality, and gangsterism. And it's because the black woman really are turned on by the thug guy, the guy that looked like he's a gangster. They don't want him to be don't be gangster, but I want you to look like it. I want you to act like it. I want you to talk like it, walk like it. I want you to have all of the possessions of, drive the nicest cars, have all of the money and everything, but I just don't want you to have that life. But if you are in that life, just make sure you'll never hurt me. There's no right way to do a wrong thing. If somebody is already locked in on the darkest side of making money or the darkest sides of living their lives, don't believe that you are so special that they'll never turn on you. And there's no real way of knowing who we're going to be in bed with or who we're going to be sharing our world with. So why not err to the side of caution and make sure that they are nowhere near the point where they can do something to you. Make sure that you get somebody who can help you grow in life and who can protect you and is not known for doing demonic things to people. I'm gonna let y'all in on on a little secret here. A lot of these women who support these gangsters and want to be with these dudes who are thugs and whatnot, it just shows how much of a void we have in our souls, how we are lacking when it comes to just believing in our own worth. Because anyone who can get out there and do something like sell drugs to someone for monetary gain, they're showing you right away that they don't care about people. They only care about themselves. Like, I never understood why gangsters and drug dealers are still highly respected and highly accepted in urban communities. I don't get it, because they are getting rich off of up a community. Excuse my French. So we have situations like this that continue to happen over and over and over and over and over again. If your man has a fetish and he like to go to the strip club and throw dollars at women who show them their ass and show them their and just twerk on them and are all oiled up and may take them in the back and do something special for them for a little bit more money, if that's the fetish that your man has, let me tell you something. Run. Okay? I get it. Everybody love to see a beautiful body or beautiful face, or they love to put themselves in a fantasy type of situation. But at the end of the day, listen, you need to roll out and understand who you're sharing that bed with. It's kind of, whenever I went to the strip club, and I went a couple of times when I was growing up, when I was coming up, early 20s. And when I went, I felt like I was in the belly of the beast. Just a whole bunch of people with cash in their hands, drinking liquor, eating wings, and salivating over these women with perfect bodies. These women who are mediocre bodies, whatever the case is. All that matters is they were showing the parts that they wasn't showing outside. Like, this is but up close and personal. I felt like I was in the belly of the beast. And maybe this was because I was new in building my relationship with God, and I actually had, something on my shoulder telling me, yo, this is not something that you want to be close to. This is not something you want to be around. This is not good. Like, would you like for your daughter to be up there and somebody throwing dollars on your daughter? How would that feel? Your sister, your little sister, your mother, your aunts. Why don't we care enough to think that way? And don't act like it's not happening. It is happening. Sex business is doing nothing but lifting. It's building higher and higher and higher. I don't know if y'all heard about trafficking. Trafficking has become so successful that it has it's making more money than the drug trade. And the only people that can end that are men. Real men can end that by simply not being customers for that low-life type of entertainment. Those demonic thoughts, they can put those away. Nobody's trying to be holier than thou. I'm not a super Christian. I love to see a beautiful woman. I love beautiful curves on a woman and all those other things. I do. But as long as we are customers, it will always be a business. As long as people are spending money to have a young stolen child, there will be more and more and more young stolen children, young stolen women, young stolen men, because there's a market for it. May not have anything to do with this story, but this young lady has been messing with a thug, period. And now look at her. Her life has been cut short by that thug that she trusted. Come on, man. We need to do better.
We worked around the clock, 16, 18-hour days, nonstop, until we could get some closure in this case. I will bring up Captain Nick Romano. He's my lead criminal investigations investigator that can answer some of the questions, as long as we're not compromising anything with this homicide investigation. Thank you.
As Chief said, my name is Captain Nick Romano with the Winter Springs Police Department. I'm the captain over criminal investigations. The lead investigator is Investigator Tracy Fugate, but I can answer some questions if you should have them.
Captain, I know it's also an Orange County case, but any cause of death you all are thinking for this Rucker?
Sir, that would be an answer or a question that Orange County would have to answer for you. Any other questions?
Was there any reaction from Shakira's family after getting the news yesterday?
Investigator Fugate, myself, and Lieutenant Bill Mayhew went to Shakira's family last night and notified them of her death. Like the chief said, this is a difficult moment for that entire family, and of course, they are grieving at this point, and we were there to support them.
Do you know who owned the storage unit or the relation it has to access that?
Not a problem. I'll turn it back over to Orange County. Orange County is currently working this investigation as a homicide at this point in their jurisdiction. They'll be able to answer those questions for you.
Why were you guys searching the field near Davenport, I believe it was? What was like the reason for searching that field and that wide area?
Throughout our investigation, with the assistance of the Lake County Sheriff's Office, Electronic Division, as well as the Federal Bureau and FDLE, we were given some data, location points to possibly some target areas that we needed to address, and to take a closer look at those locations. That's how we were able to obtain those points, if you will.
Is Mr. Hill not cooperating in the investigation still?
In our investigations with the missing persons case, we went out and attempted to talk to him, and at this time he was not cooperating. Any questions for me?
Everybody good?
I'm going to turn it back over to Orange County.
And all we're hearing right now, obviously, is hindsight. What are we doing now? What have we figured out so far? Body has already been, it's already cold. It's already stinking. That's how they found it. So it's like, it does nothing. All we're talking about is what did the family feel? I mean, what did the family say about this? We're trying to get as much news so we can put out there and keep people informed. But at the end of the day, we're all playing the rat race of trying to be the first to put out the news. This happened 6 days ago. I'm late to the party. I don't know what made me click on it, but obviously maybe God wanted me to click on it just so I can spread my own message that hasn't been spread already. I just have a different way of looking at it because I have immense respect for women. Have I disrespected women before? Absolutely. When you've been married, right, for as long as I've been married, what's going on, Charlie? When you've been married for as long as I've been married, you try your best to make sure that you're not doing anything that will come between you and your family. And it sometimes, since you can privately go into your phone and look at pornography or go into your computer and you're not stepping outside of the marriage or anything like that, it makes you believe, or it makes you feel like at least you're doing your part, you know what I mean? But you still have these little things that you can do outside of that. Yeah, plug it in, Charlie. You still have your things to do outside of that, but watching is not something that people usually get divorced over. So, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make any excuses for it because at this point, I haven't watched it in like a couple of weeks.